ไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่เพราะว่ามีไข่ฟินิชโจทย์มันคือเวลาเข้าไปชิมแลกกันติเบอร์ต้าแม่งโดน
Radiant team pick.
Timber saw.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Talon Esports turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Talon Esports turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Electric.
Alalain na masukoy mo angry man, oy.
Radiant team pick.
Mereska has arrived.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Stare your
You may
death
now
in the
select
face.
your heroes.
You're a goddamn hero!
I said, let him cook. Thank you, po.
electric. We are electric.
Alala, ina, masukoy mo angry man, oy.
Oh, Tsunami, you missed the opportunity. You're talking about trends. It's time to go to the trendiest casting duo. Let's go, Avery. Avery.
Wait, who's that? Cody Pixel's here? I didn't know he was here. He's in the studio?
You need to start carrying your goddamn weight. Put on a dress.
I can do it right now. I'll do it for game 2. I didn't know that was the dress code. I thought we were at the beach. Who the hell wears a dress shirt to the beach?
You're right. You're right. We are on the beach. We need to be chill and relax.
Take my shirt off.
No, that's for the after stream.
I'm sure we'll be trending after that.
That's where we make all the money in esports.
That's true. Yeah.
We are going to see the third Muerta pick for Southeast Asia. It is 2-0 right now. So undefeated. I did some number checking. Unpicked in Western Europe. Picked up 1 time in China. It lost. Picked up 0 times in Eastern Europe. And I didn't bother checking North America because who the hell cares?
True. I agree with all that. I mean, after that last game, I kind of got convinced a little bit. Like
a little bit.
Yeah. Pauls did some work on me. Okay. First off, I like this hero. I really like watching the hero. I think it's a really cool hero. Love the design. I think the timings are hard to hit, but if you hit them, she's incredibly powerful. Like conceptually, she's a right-click carry that doesn't care about your armor. That's like crazy, you know? And calling, very strong spell, particularly this game. What's interesting is they get this last pick Muerta, and it does a few things. One, it doesn't care about Frost Shield, or this high agi Slark, right? You're just punching through all of it. Which is very unique in Dota. It's very nice versus the Void Spirit. It's very nice, especially if you can just follow up a charge or a chains. They kind of lack the follow-up disable. So Muerta can actually give you that. Then you can fear them back into your egg or something. It's an interesting combo. So I kind of like the pick. Let's see how it pans out. This hero can still miss your timings and then look really bad. But if you hit him like last game, pow, you get shot in the face.
Yeah, twice. Because she has that gunslinger chance, so even worse.
Each face.
Yeah. The other carries already off to a hot start. 23 Savage is putting some serious damage on Rapido, who we've seen him have some hit or miss laning phases, and I feel like this one has got to be a miss. I'm not blaming this on him. I'm looking at Bombi's hero. That's a Phoenix. That's not a hero that wins you a lane.
Especially if he doesn't use spells. I'm not sure what he's waiting for here. But not using Fire Spirits in the first minute and 30? That seems unconstitutional to me. I don't know. Especially versus Slark. When you have a Timber, you want to win the early race as much as possible. And he's kind of got away with it, honestly. Surprised they got away with it as well as they did.
Yeah, this is pretty weird to me personally, but they do manage to pick up the first blood. Jabs will die. So Xerxia, already good start for them, and I think the storyline for this tournament is this series is kind of good old David versus Goliath, but it's a David who's already taken down like a maybe not a giant, but like a tall dude, he's like over 6 foot. He's built for sure. They took down Blacklist. They looked way better than they did in week number 1. Now it's time to put that to the test.
I mean, took down Goliath's cousin. You can take down him. Definitely in the realm of possibilities here. I think Talon have been a lot more consistent than Blacklist, so I expect them to be a fiercer opponent here, and I do think they're favored, but we have seen Xerxia play very well. I still think a lot of it was predicated on the support momentum. Going back to that Blacklist series, right? What really set them in a good position was they had a lot of mid roaming. They had pretty independent side laners, and like almost gaming gladiator style, just like crash the runes, snowball JG on these spirit heroes, and then they're just off to the races. Yeah. Don't feel like that's gonna happen. So it's gonna have to be a kind of different MO for them. Playing through the side lanes, because you don't want to really leave Muerta alone. You can leave Timber alone at some point, but Phoenix is pretty hit or miss in terms of going mid and fighting, especially versus another mobile spirit hero. So this is kind of a different style than what I think worked for them in that Blacklist game. We'll see if they can make it pay off. Also, maybe just more of like a late game oriented lineup. I feel like whenever you have Muerta, you're just trying to win it late. The hero's not gonna like rush down buildings or anything.
Do you feel confident about their lane? Because I think Slark, I like the answer of Muerta early on against that hero. His jab's gonna be don't bash to bash. Jesus, stuck in the calling forever there. All right, another hero, brother. Seriously. Yeah, seriously. I like the matchup against Slark, like in the mid game where the calling probably feels really good, but I feel like late game, surely the Slark with full Shadow Dance and Depth Shroud gets on top of Muerta with the Ag's Pounce and then can't really be hit.
I was thinking about in the draft as T gets denied the rune from Makoto. Like, are you happy trading Pierce the Veil for Slarkle? Assuming both heroes just pop theirs, and then they're like hitting other random people. I don't know. I feel like that can go either way, right? Yeah. And I also feel like the calling is an annoying spell for Slark to fight into for a lot of time, because the spell does have a decent attack slow attached to it. You also just get feared away in your ult. I actually feel like Muerta might do pretty decent in this matchup overall. Okay. As long as it's not some weird isolated situation. I know Slark can take the long fights, maybe with the Ags and like pounce charges and going in and out. It gets weird. Is he able to sit there and actually hit somebody? It's really dependent on who pops their ults. It's like a game of chicken. As Jabs is in a game of pain. He's just getting beat up. One thing about Muerta you cannot deny, her laning is very strong. This hero is a beast on lane. Yeah. Looks like you're right. I actually checked Dota buffs counters over just regular pubs, which is different, but is he gonna get it? He dropped the ward for it. That is smart. Well played, Q. Gets the kill, doesn't save the lane. In fact, he's maybe gonna die here to Young God, who's just going to work on this Muerta, diving into the tower and dodging the brambles, gets the kill, gets out. Very nice. Well deserved tip for Young God. He's almost level 6. What a lane for 4-0. Who needs CS when you can just claim skulls? Yeah, seriously. The start from Muerta here. He is really far ahead, man. Ridiculous on the net worth chart. Gets a Lotus to boost him back up as well. Just max stats, early treads, paying off, hits every dead shot. Talon offlane really getting punished by this pick. There's that like 3 mid for Xerxia. They'll get rewarded with a lot of bounty runes here. 3 bounties going their way. A lot of extra gold.
Tower is under attack.
So what I was saying was from the pub stats, Slark is actually the 5th best counter to Muerta's the best counter to Slark. 5th best counter to Slark.
Yeah, see, sometimes I'm actually right.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I feel like that's a very weird matchup.
What happened?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's an Agi stack. Stimmer is not having a fun time. In fact, he has 0 reactive armor.
Yeah,
how it's been going.
I
double wisdom rune.
think that's correct. I mean, if he had a 4 position that was more impactful in the laning phase, I guess I would agree with it. But I feel like 2 levels of Whirling Death and 2 levels of Timber Chain and no level of reactive armor seems a little sus to me. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I don't think the second point of whirling death is that valuable compared to single reactive armor. You're gonna get the regen. It's gonna add up. You went Soul Ring too. 2-3-0 now. This is very aggressive. This is like a build you just want to fight. I mean, this build can destroy Slark if you have that aggressive support.
If you have the aggressive support, right? Like you just throw all your spells on him all the time, but the supports are going to come in and gank Torpedo again. They pull him back in. He's got a Timber Chain coming up in a second, but the Slark has been really aggressive. Got changed. It pays off. He does pay off. Does manage to get him from behind the Spirit Breaker charge. Always got to worry about that one. And now the chain on through Q almost enables a second kill. Bombi picks it up, a double kill for him.
Double Wisdom Rune paying off as well. Now level 5 on both their supports. The runes have just been demolished here from Xerxia. The bounty runes, the wisdom runes. Power rune will go Makoto's way. Other than that, again, this is what powers up the Xerxia lineup, in my opinion. Their support's being very active. Tends to bode well for them in the game. They're doing a pretty decent job. Going back on point 3, he's still not level 6. Cannot afford to die.
He gets it now. Timing. Perfect timing. Turns in around with the Bramble on Bombi. They finish him off. He's a little bit low. Teehee. Really hoping that final hit is a bash. It is not. The charge is going to have to do it. They do manage to get that kill. Now with the River Spirit on through. Rapido just managed to finish off the Dark Willow. And 23, having already used his ultimate, is in some serious trouble now. Will manage to catch Rapido here. Helps out. Coming in from Jabs. JG unable to finish up 23, who had a very nice pounce into the trees, out of sight and out of mind, because JG puts him out of his mind. He's just got to run away.
Talon bringing everybody at Slark lane, making sure 23 does not go down there a second time, keeping his levels up. The recores on the top, and they're going to run all the way across the map, but that was probably worth it. A lot of space for Young God. That is the one downside of that move. As Mortha continues to climb at a crazy rate right now, but straight back into the aggression.
Yeah, seriously. Teehee's in, refill the bottle, go again. Makoto getting low, but it's Teehee's going to die first, unable to get off his ultimate. Xerxia perhaps underestimating Talon's fighting power, but will play for the power rune still. Chains on Makoto. Too aggressive. Jump away from that remnant grab. Good job of it too. JG survives as a result. Dodges the stun even, but it's a double damage that goes to Makoto. That is gonna hurt.
That is probably the best mid hero with double damage outside of Ember. These two spirits use it the best for sure, with the extra damage from being universal. Even 23 going to that mid. Trying to dodge this Timber ult a little bit, but man, Talon cores are really playing for each other in this early game. Just trying to help bring each other online. Now they're going to go down to Jabs' lane with this catapult, 10-minute timing. Vanguard Beastmaster hoping to just push this tower down. It's going to be into a very strong carry, though. You already have Maelstrom up on Young God. This is just not a push that can happen.
Yeah, as long as he's got some heroes behind him.
I don't know if he needs anybody behind him. He is the hero behind him.
Yeah, that's true. JG, look at him. Tanking tower shots for a siege wagon push.
They're going to get damage on Makoto as well.
Charge coming through. They're going to see it coming, though. They have a high ground ward. A sinister gaze, just in case. Tower dies. Off-lane tower. Young God takes that all by himself. Uh-oh. Jabs has this big stack that he really wants to do, but with the off-lane tower dead, they got to be able to protect this, and they bring all of their heroes to do so. Talon is not messing around with this ancient stack.
No, sir, they are not 5 heroes, all 3 cores together again for the second time in like 11 minutes. Space on the side lanes, but you're feeding kills that both these Talon supports really want to get their ults, which are very high damage ults between Bedlam and Chainfrost. 2 spells that can enable a lot of this early game in terms of damage, playing off the Void Spirit and the Beastmaster going and setting it up, and Jabs will get to do his stack. He is a happy man right now, just axing them neutrals.
Is this drums build? What do you think?
I don't think so.
No?
I think you play for the team here. You have 2 other high damage cores who are having a better game than you. I don't think you try and carry this game with East. I think you just build auras.
Like straight up auras, like not even Helm of the Overlord, just actually going like
Overlords. Helm of the Overlord's fine. You get the built-in Vlads. Like, I'm okay with that. I think it's a very good Vlads game. I think at some point you want pipe plus something. I think pipe is invaluable here. And then if you get to like halberd, lotus orbs, these types of things, pretty damn nice. I wouldn't even mind an actual drum. Help kill the egg. Sure.
Timber some trouble here. Another Timber Chain coming up in a second. The Sinister Gaze was thrown out before the Timber Chain landed, so he was able to jump away instead of interrupting it. Nice egg right in the middle of all these heroes with Young God and Teehee to be able to cover it up. No such kill, and the Slark almost died too. That would have been just the perfect cream of the crop right there for Xerxia. Still, great team fight all in all.
They protect their timber. Gonna kick everybody out of this lane for Talon. Kind of a dead move for them. Do get some ults out of it, but they're losing mid tower. These tier 1s have been bulldozed by Xerxia. Not often you see the Beastmaster lineup this far behind on objective, but they are going to be 3 tier 1s down in this early game. He goes for a long time considering his item build, but it looks like he's kind of settled on him. Hasn't bought anything for it yet, but does look like you're right. He agrees. Play for the auras.
Has fallen.
Awkward gaze. Didn't get him up the high ground. He's gonna walk this one off. Oh no, diffusal's up, so that'll be another Agi stack.
One charge. Oh no! That final hit stopped him from being able to get off a charge. He just barely had enough mana. Then denied by the stat steal. Bombi doesn't have an egg to be thrown out, but he can throw out some fire spirits. That makes it a whole lot harder for Q to push in the finishing blow. Avis also helps quite a bit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Avis doing decent work here.
Xerxia. Oh no, JG, what happened? A slight game that missed.
Also, is he going the blade mail build? He is. Interesting. Is this a blade mail Ember game? It's really good versus the Bedlam. But I don't know if it's that good versus the other cores. Interesting. I'm always interested by where this blade mail comes out on Ember. We've seen it a lot, right? Yeah. We saw it at the major. GBK was building it. We saw somebody else do it, I think, in C. Every time it comes out, I'm like surprised to see it. I mean, the item's fine. It's like decent damage in armor. It makes sense on the hero. I never can 100% understand what makes it a blade mail Ember game in some ways, you know? Like, is this a blade mail Ember game? It doesn't strike me as one, which isn't to say it's the wrong item, but I don't look at these heroes and go, oh yeah, blade mail is gonna destroy Slark. Like, he was gonna blade mail him here, and yeah, Slark showed him who's who.
Not to hit him, but maybe that's a deterrent. You get pounced, you pop the blade mail, he doesn't feel good about hitting you. I will also say I think the armor's nice against the Void Spirits nowadays. Rapido, not going to be healed enough. Chain Frost bouncing around a little bit does help finish him off. But Q will need the return kill. Bombi is getting very, very big. He's level 9. Yeah,
he is having a great game after a slow lane phase. He's got the levels, he's got the farm, he's gonna build a pipe of his own. Sunray is gonna be a nice spell this game too, right? Like, the way Talon have to take fights going in single target on a unit, if you can just heal that guy up, throw some auras on him, it makes Void Spirit's life very difficult. Generally a single target burst oriented hero. And you have given this Phoenix all the levels in the world, almost 10. That's a lot of Sunray for one bird.
There goes that blade mail, 23. Almost had it. Looks like he pounced just maybe a second too early. Otherwise, Jams could have been there with a Primal Roar follow-up.
Dire's top
this is his pipe timing. He rushed it, which means
are fortified.
I feel like when you rush this item, you do want to fight with it. Yeah. Early Roshan too. I did not see this coming this early for the Xerxia lineup. I guess it's worth it, just Slay.
Yeah, coming out from the Timber Saw as well.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Pretty efficient move. You have a tier 1 bottom, but you probably weren't fighting that anyway.
Yeah, when you're already ahead so much on the tower game, why not give up one of those towers?
Talon definitely on the back foot.
I don't know what happened. I would love to know what happened to Xerxia between week 1 and week 2.
That's a good question.
Really powered up. Charge. Clips 23.
Puts a stop
to that one. The rest of Talon re-smoking up to be able to make this move.
They're fighting
into an Aegis, remember, so Xerxia could definitely win this fight. They're gonna do it on the oh god. They're gonna try and burst him down nice and quick. They're gonna lead off on him. Okay, got everything on in. That makes things real hard. Primal Roar goes down. Chain Frost actually bouncing over Young God with the Bedlam. Looks like they may be able to take away that Aegis. Now they're gonna go get that back line. They do manage to get off the egg, but 23 on top. They quickly burst it down. Immediate stun out on Young God with the fear out as well. And without his ultimate, he is just gonna be overwhelmed by Talon. 23 low. Hits him with the charge, and they finish with Scepter. No way. And the Knight as well. They can't get to him. 23 stays alive off of a bold move from Makoto and a bold move overall from Talon, opting to take that fight. Did it with buybacks, but they did do it and do it large.
It's a great team fight from them. Haste Rune just gives Makoto everything he could have dreamed for, just kiting them around. Pretty damn good Chain Frost pipe. That is the pipe fight that you want here if you're Talon. Like, exactly at the right time in this game to make that aura work. And what a clutch he was by Q at the end. Saves his Slark. The cherry on top. 23 gets to live. Aegis wasted here. I mean, Worth is not a great Aegis carrier. And this early in the game, like, you have to use your spells in one of the lives, and the other one just doesn't feel that great. So it doesn't help you much there. Of course, level 1 egg. I feel like you need the egg to go off to win these 5-on-5s. So it's something Xerxia are going to have to think about. Like, how do you protect the egg? If you're Talon, when can you man up on it? Slark definitely helps you there. If you can get depth shot later, helps you even more. There's not many tools to protect it. It's pretty much only a charge through. And maybe a fear from Deadshot. That's like it. Yeah.
This game just kind of like all the momentum that Xerxia had been building up. They had a very nice gold lead for themselves, sitting around 5 to 6K. But now we're back into an even game where Talon probably, I mean, as the more experienced team, as the veteran roster that has done well in international lands and such, they have to be confident about their ability to go late.
This team's always confident about late game. That is their MO. I feel like Q is often their late game X factor. He will always find a lot of farm. He will always play a hero that is obnoxious in those late games. The Dark Willow is going to be very obnoxious here. It's going to offer a lot of damage. It's also going to offer a lot of disable. And just between the shard, the bramble maze, very annoying for Spear Breaker, very annoying for Timbersaw. Will not get the shard though. It will go to Ollie. Another great shard there. Yeah, very good shard supports. I like both of these a lot. They're very good value. It's going to be very annoying in the fight. It's an extra slow, extra bounce. Now you have some more target burst.
When it comes to this support shard thing, I was telling somebody that it's not necessarily something that is in consideration, but it is really nice. It's not the reason you're going to pick a support right now, but it is a nice little cherry on top. Do you agree with that, or do you think like in some ways you should be picking supports in part because their shard is good or bad?
I think the support value in all the other areas of the game is always higher priority. But it might reflect in some of the win rates for heroes overall, right? I'm sure these fights are better or worse for different supports based on how good the free shard is.
Good break on both sides. They're gonna go for the Timbersaw first. 23. Back backs off of that one. The charge on through doesn't land onto the Void Spirit. They are gonna go for him. Teehee being the target of a roar and a pounce. The Chain Frost is gonna bounce over to him, and 23 is able to help finish him off. Meanwhile, JG diving in deep. That play now gets here to terrorize. The Ever Remnant, he does. He gets out. Rapido. He goes in deep, but Talon playing a very good game of hiding them backwards over and over again. Xerxia really did not get a fight that they wanted out of that.
Just not any latch to drop this egg either. If the breaker goes down, that's so much of their stun out the window. And then how do you hold heroes in this area of the calling of the egg to take that engagement? Talon are just kiting it in and out. I mean, JG goes in deep. He has a shield rune, but it's not really dealing that much damage. Kind of the downside of this Blade Mail Sange build. I mean, you're tanky. You're not killing him, but he's not really solo winning these fights either.
Just the exercise.
She has Blink as well. This is the super aggressive Willow build you dream of going every game.
Yes, seriously. And it's gonna be hell for TD here. Zangul Scepter's a great way to be able to get rid of the Voltos. You want to get a much better target to go for. Silence on a 23. He's got to get out of that calling. Always dangerous.
Man, this Willow pick has destroyed the Breakers game. He has 8 deaths.
Yeah.
Like every charge in, he gets Brambled or Yules, and then do Xerxia want to take that fight on top of a disabled Spear Breaker? It just feels terrible.
Half of Talon's kills are on that Spirit Breaker.
Somebody's been feeding off the cow.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
An all beef diet for Talon in this game.
Continue to slowly grind their advantage in this game after a rough early laning phase. Finishing some really big items here. That's the Mage Slayer, Diffusal Ags for 23. That trifecta finished, along with Halberd for jab. So the Beastmaster's tanking up. The damage is coming online for the Void Spirit and the Slark. This is where the 5-man from Talon is. It's very scary. You kind of have to rely on the Phoenix Egg and Sunray to deal damage through the tankiness. There's going to be a Frost Shield somewhere. There's going to be some Brambles dislodging and disjoining your Timber Chains and your charges.
Is under attack.
Again, what is like the big stun connection for Xerxia that sets up their damage? Outside of charge, Nether Strike. Kind of it.
That's a good point. I mean, you've got an offlaner with no disable. Forward position with no disable.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And the chains is just not reliable. The Slark is dispelling it. There's Glimmer Cape on the Lich. Pretty hard to chain some of these heroes as well. The way the fights are going with Slark frontlining, you have night vision sometimes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Talon are pushing your base. 25 minutes. They're going to tap that high ground just to use home.
It just seems like Talon really like forcing reactions out of you. They're going to jump inside the base with the Blink Dagger.
Again.
Ooh.
Space Cow finding no space in this game as a 9 death.
Excuse me?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
23?
23, man. That was way too aggressive. I mean, he was getting low just off the Ember Spirit. He was begging to get a turnaround there, and Rapido was happy to oblige.
That's a hope goes too far. They'll try and return the favor on his Spirit brother.
Chain Frost, JG gets out and almost kills Q.
Email destroyed him. I mean, that is the one hero it's really good against. The Willow cannot really avoid that. Tanky build pays off. Pupil's Gift. Kaya Sage here. God damn, that was a lot of damage. He just shrugged it off. Xerxia hitting some tanky timings. Ags finish for Rapido as well. These two frontliners, they're going to require a lot to bring down unless you're getting the Slark stacks. There's like a key factor in these fights. How much can 23 actually hit these big core heroes? How much can Young God? Maybe the biggest question in this game. Which carry is going to get the right-click enemies the most?
Yeah.
Remember, this was early Roshan in this game, so it's spawning soon.
Minute left on that one. But both teams expecting that it could be right now are going to set up for it accordingly. Let the spirits do the split pushing. They're going to smoke forward.
This type of fight is in theory good for Xerxia if they can force Talon deep into them, because then you can get a defensive egg. But the Hawks saw them smoke.
It's also on Talon's outpost, so they can use buybacks much more effectively. Then again, there's a tier 1 for Xerxia too.
They just want to get the timber to break this engagement, beat the frontliner with that egg.
They gotta get rid of that Hawk. It's getting too much vision. They deal with it. Makoto spotted, changed, forced to use his illusion rune. Afraid of getting comboed there. He's more than happy to start building up some stats if he can. They are all set up on the high ground. Xerxia defending below.
It is a very pivotal fight.
Here. Look at all those lotus flowers. So you got to take a step here. But another poke from Talon, forcing a reaction. But Xerxia never really overextended themselves in their response. But the stats hard building up. It's already an additional 30 agility. 423. They're going to go for the charge now, trying to surprise him perhaps with the response in for the Void Spirit, causing a little bit of chaos. Young God still holding on to his ultimate here, gets hit by the Terrorize. That's going to be a little bit awkward. They got to just stay alive for now. JG forced to jump away to his remnant into the pit. He goes. Timbersaw pops his agony receptor. He's not going to be able to fight that one. They have to back away. Once again, Talon, they poke and they retreat, and this time they got something out of Xerxia. They got the Supernova.
That's a good spell to get, especially when you committed a lot yourself. You used 3 ults of your own, full supports in that roar. You still have egg up, you might be able to force this issue. 23 still looking at poke. Night Vision, he get charged. That's gonna get charged.
Yeah, he's got another Shadow Dance coming up in a few more seconds. He'd be able to finish him off now. Oh no, the Shadow Dance is now back up and they're a man down. Xerxia retreating, do not want to give up this Roshan. May not have a choice. 23, 63 agility. There goes that Aghanim Scepter from the Timbersaw, though. Not an easy target to go for. Nor is the Blade Mail Ember Spear. BKB was used by Young God. His ultimate is still up, though. He holds on to it.
Lockdown problems plaguing Xerxia. They just don't have an answer for the Slark pokes. And slowly but surely, Talon, we don't have the big spells and items from them. Roche is going to go bottom now because that fight got prolonged for so long. It's daytime.
Yeah,
Talon are just all going bottom.
Now they've got the outpost advantage. Something to consider for this fight because Talon do not have the offlane tier 1 tower.
Yeah, but do you feel bold enough TPing in this outpost?
Radiant are scanning.
With Hawks? The setup, and you use 2 smokes for that top fight. I'm pretty sure that was the last of the smokes here for Xerxia.
Yeah, I mean, if they could have 5-on-5 and then play with buybacks after that, maybe, but they may not even be able to get here in time.
But this is the last smoke for Xerxia. It was on a War 2, and they saw that with Gem. Talon know what's coming. They're just going to set up and take the fight. This is all about Phoenix Egg. You need a good egg here. You need it to land. You need it to latch because you just don't have the other stuns.
Look at this. Oh, look at this. The long wraparound while the scan is on Bombi. They may not realize that Xerxia's coming in from the other side until the slight goes out. I think they saw that bit. They know now. Talon. You can see. Talon have a very clear idea of sitting on the portal high ground. They took that first on the other side of the map, and they were holding this part on the defense.
Well, it's because you can't get vision on this. Yeah, the portal high grounds. There are no cliffs in the game that see the portal high grounds outside of the portal high ground itself. When you're up here, you are literally immune to enemy vision. Which is an interesting concept, right? The only thing that does it is like other flying vision, which they have the only case of it, which is the Beastmaster Hawk. So they know if they're up here. It's feel like gods. They feel like gods. Atop the outpost, atop the world. You cannot see me. There's no way you can start on me.
Follow the rules of Obi-Wan.
I have the high ground. The true high ground. Indeed. Daytime is also worse for them. It makes the pokes harder for 23. Can't go in and out due to the nighttime vision.
That's a good point.
The
Slark is actually going to go back because there is a gigantic push coming in through the top lane. Similarly, Ember Spirit pushes out the other lanes. He's able to do that way more freely. He has a double damage now in his bottle. And they're pushing in all of these lanes. You can see Xerxia is trying to put some pressure on Talon for sitting in this corner of the map.
What's the pressure, though?
I let the creeps hit the buildings.
This is a very slow pressure. I don't know if Talon care about this. Definitely not enough to go back or anything. The question is, what is are Talon waiting for the next nighttime? Is this really like a 5-minute wait? All right, 23 is done waiting. You want some action to happen.
It starts a little bit. Once again, going on the timber saw. Even if he's tanky, it doesn't matter. Poke at him, steal his stats away, and start building an advantage. Doing it more and more. Torpedo, he's going to get some serious damage on him now. Pops Shadow Dance, Amber Spirit backing and trying to come in through the other side. The charge does land on the Dark Will. A big versus damage. Dark Will not quite dead yet. Meanwhile, the Amber Spirit does manage to slip away into the back now. Jump in. Top 4 of these heroes. The charge on through the to finish off the Supernova just in time. A Primal Roar on the Young God, stalling them off during his ultimate. That's going to hurt. He does have a BKB to work with, and he's going to use it now. Turns around. Dark Will running out of the Shadow Realm. Look to be able to force a dieback on him while they send 23 Savage away with the fear. They pounce onto him. They lock down the Muerta, finally finishing him up. And there is just too many stats on 23 Savage. 176 agility in building as 23 Savage. Amount of burst damage there. A rampage building up for him now, and Rapido left for last. The Aghanim Scepter can only protect you for so long, Rapido.
That's just more stats for the rampaging Slark here. Be a little careful of that pop, but got 200 Agi.
Sinister Gaze. Oh, and he's out of mana now. Oh, he is battery.
My God, 23 putting in work this game. 58 Agi stacks here with 8,000 damage done. And that fight, it just comes down to he BKBs and kills the egg solo. And that's the fight, right? If that egg goes off, you might win that engagement. But 23 is refusing to let this egg ever come to fruition. And support 5x from Talon to that tier 2. Enough to get there in time.
God, Shot actually did go to the other side of the map.
That was
oh, no way.
Literal 7 or 8 minute fight, and it's not even over.
Jeez. If Makoto somehow got caught by a charge redirection from Teehee just happening into him, that would have been insane. But the Lincolns did protect him.
Double wisdom room.
He was a lot. He'll give the other one to G? Yeah. So he gets his closer to his level 20 Talon as well.
Good team by went for Talon, finally claiming this 8-minute Roche fight. At the second nighttime, we have been standing guard. And this Slark Muerta matchup, maybe it's favored to Muerta on paper, but it has looked all Slark in this game. They just don't have the control for Muerta to be able to kill 23 in any of these engagements. It just comes down to like you have to connect the charges. That is a tall order, man. It is really tough to know what Talon have thrown in your way. A lot of roadblocks. I think you hex this game if you're Xerxia. At some point. I don't know who builds it, but you're gonna need one.
Dire are scanning.
Man, I certainly have lockdown problems, and I'm looking to see who would do it, but Timber Saw really wants a Lotus, which he needs it.
Does he?
I think he does. It's the Willow spells. It's all just can't deal damage unless he has his spell. I mean, go Hex. Very expensive build-up. Honestly, I think it's the Phoenix.
Outside of his defender's gate, you're supposed to defend from the other side, Teehee.
gate turns into a cage. And that is Scotty finished for 23. He has hit a crazy power spike right now. Cage is still up for 3 minutes.
They've got a BKB on his second life. It's in his backpack for now. He doesn't need it. 23 really understands how to be able to build up these stat steals. He knows how free his game is, and he continues to punish Xerxia for that fact.
0 stuns, every pounce, stacks, pounce out. What are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. He's going to back. They just got to push out the other wave and continue to farm the map. She's on top of Makoto as well with that Lincoln's build. How do you lock down the wave? We've been talking about locking down the sword. No problem for Xerxia right now. He can charge. Well, there's more gunk for you, even if he gets the Lotus Orb.
He'll get rid of the Curse Crown, and now you'll just be dropping some brambles on top of you.
That's why the shard is good. Can't really itemize around it.
Yeah. Also Q, pretty damn close to an Aghanim Scepter.
Yep. The extra scale is coming, as it always does for this Talon lineup. You let him get there. Hit him with the pounce.
It's under attack.
Stance on stats. Baron push him away. Makoto goes for the punish. Doesn't find it. But still, another objective down. Talon building up more and more of an advantage now with 2 minutes left on the Aegis. They're just slowly grinding this game into a victory. And that's what it feels like. Every minute they slowly get a couple more stacks, they get a little more objectives, a little more gold. It's nothing rushed about it. Very cool, calm, and collected here. Look for the openings, continue to build their lead. Xerxia stem the tide. I don't see any lockdown anywhere close to the future. It does have a hex, but he's just not getting there. Again, Aghanim Scepter does so much to protect against the damage. Doesn't stop the 56 agility that 23 just picked up. Grabbed him successfully. Young God. They're not even going to try and bounce off of that one. That's just more time for 23 to hit the tower. And that axe is up for Q. There's a lot of extra natural force coming through. Fear in trouble, feared up, cannot get off the egg. Gold behind. Down to about half his health, but still has the Aegis to be able to work with. And yeah, they're going to have to work a man down, 2 man down. No buybacks available. And maybe the Ember Spirit, JT does manage to get that kill on Ollie. Has a remnant out. He could jump away to it. It gets him barely inside of his own base. Kodo. He still goes for it. All this long range jump. 23 almost loses his Aegis there. 10 seconds left on that. You're just trying to stall for supports right now. Try and last out this wave of Aegis expiring in 2 seconds. We'll claim that life through attrition. But 23 is not done. He's got some stacks. He's got a solar crest. What's up in 5? Punish Q, they gotta punish Q eventually, but they trying to go for it immediately. The jump is there. Oh God. With no dives, with no buyback, do they have anything to deal with this now? Oh no, the Nova Fire got rid of the Aghanim Scepter on Timbersaw. I was about to say this thing is dispellable and you're going to have nullifiers coming out. That will not save you forever.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Now you are actual food.
I think that might just be it for Xerxia. I mean, maybe they're going to hold on against Magos or something like that, but this was a game that, I mean, honestly, they did a really good job in the first, 15 minutes building up a decent advantage, but Talon, I don't know if it's experience or skill or better tactics or what, but they pull through in these fights. See if they could do it one more time to be able to close out the game, or Xerxia gonna be able to pull a miracle out of nowhere. 1 death on the Ember Spirit, a buyback available. Now they're gonna be able to grab the Spirit Breaker, pull him back in. TD's dead, no buyback there. Supernova goes can't quite commit for it, but they can commit onto the Ember Spirit. Who cares about the explosion of the Ember? Oh no, Death Shroud gives them the heal, stops the targeting, and Bombi, he won't be able to get that double kill. That was so close.
They might go back in here too. 23 just healing up. One racks for Megas. Ember dieback should seal this game. They just wore him out. You're talking about the difference here. It was just discipline, right? Talon were very disciplined this game. I don't think they played this game necessarily that clean for the first 15 minutes, but in terms of conceptual strategy, very aware of how the lineup functions and playing it to near perfection. There's just no control for Sorg. Use the hell out of it.
They got Megas, Xerxia. They have to win this fight now. BKB already goes on for 23, so that's just not a kill they can get. He hides into the trees, starts healing up Xerxia. They have to defend throne against Megas against a 5-man of Talon that are 24,000 up.
I wish you the best of luck.
Look at that. The Timber. No longer safe with the Aghanim Scepter. Very quickly finds his life threatened.
Lotus Chain Cross will pop the on disc on Ollie. A moral victory.
Something small. Young forced to use his BKB, forced to use his ultimate, tries to do some damage, but Talon, they just disappear. Back into the night they go, or into the day, back behind the tier 4 towers, out of reach of the rage of Young God. Dealing with the tier 4s, jumping in deep, JG, trying to get any hero kills that they can at this point in time, but even Ollie is a little bit too elusive. From Xerxia as JG does manage to jump back. Good stun rate damage going out. Ollie is going to be left behind here, but Talon, they're going to go back in. TD quickly gets blown up. Jabs on the side, stuck on the cliff. He's going to be in some trouble. He dies as well. A second kill. Throne dies to the creeps. Oh, no.
I mean, another moral victory at the end there, you know. They got 2 heroes. They got jabs. They're like, yeah, we won that fight.